Hi, I'm Kalyan Prasad. I'm an Eclipse JDT co-lead and a platform committer. I work for IBM. Today, I'll be walking through the Eclipse IDE tooling support for new Java versions. This talk will include the demo of the functionality provided in Eclipse to support the below Java 17 and Java 16 features. Firstly, records, which have become a standard feature in Java 16. Pattern instance of, which is a standard feature in Java 16. Sealed and non-sealed types, which is a standard feature in Java 17, and pattern matching for switch, which is a preview feature introduced for the first time in Java 17. Now let's go to the demo. For the purpose of the demo, I am using the 422 M1 build. So let us start with the records. So this is a demo for the records. Now how can I create a record? Firstly, there is a new record creation wizard that has been provided where I can create a record. So the wizard has been launched here, as you can see, and I say rec1 and I finish and a record is created. And you can see a new icon for record is provided here, R, which even decorates the file here. If you see this, R record rec1. Now I can go here and add a record component called int a. For example, here I have added int a. Now the advantage with this is, once I add what is a record component, it can be initialized only at the time of creation of the record. You cannot change it later, and it is final. As you can see here, a is made final here. So only at the time of initialization of the record, you can add the value of a. So now I create a main function here. So now let me create a variable of type record. So I have to give a value here 10. So now I say x dot. So you get a Axer method called a, which is available here for all the record components. Now you have a record component a, so you have an Axer method for the record component called a method. So this method is available implicitly. You need not write this method explicitly for a record. So now I'll give you a small demo here. I have two records here. I have a record called point, which has int x and int y as two record components, and I here have a compact constructor in which I can modify the value of x that is being provided. Like for example, here, if you look at it, the signature of point compact constructor is int comma int. Basically, that means that it takes two parameters x and y. You did not specify them explicitly. The compact constructor implicitly means that these two variables are provided. So now this point 8 or 8 comma 10 is called. This goes directly to this constructor, and the value of x becomes 10, and the value of y is assigned to y directly. If you don't do any assignment, it automatically gets assigned. Now I here have one more constructor int z, which takes only one parameter. Now what I am doing here is, by default I am adding x value as 8 here, which calls this canonical constructor, this compact constructor, and then this z value is passed here. So let me run this application, run as Java application. I am saving this and let me run this. See, R1, and I have passed 8 and 10 becomes 10 comma 10, because x value has been added, 2 has been added. And now when I pass point 8, y value is 8, but x value is by default 8 and plus 2 has been added, so it becomes 10 again. So this is the way it works. Now let me show you one more example. I have here a circle which I have defined, and I have defined a get area function. This is a record circle, and here I have taken two parameters r and z, which is different from the, if you do not define any constructor, there is by default a canonical constructor that is provided with two parameters. Like for example, you can see here in the demo function, uh, new circle of 7. I have just given one circle of 7. What happens here? How does this get assigned? So there is already a canonical constructor which automatically assigns that value 7 to r, because of which the r value is taken as 7. So if you look at the demo, let me run this application, run as Java application. For point 100, 200, 102 got added, so x value is 102. For y it is 200. Now area of the circle of radius 7 is 44. So now what I can do is I can add plus 7 here. Now then the constructor that we have defined can get called here. And now let me run the demo again. Run as Java application. 14 is 88. So 7 plus 7 has been assigned. So this is the way the records work. So now let's go to the next topic, that is pattern instance of. So now here I have a simple demo for pattern instance of. This is what the old code which was depicting the instance of casting and defining a new variable looked like. So I pass an object. If object instance of string, then string s is equal to object is cast to the string, and then a function is called on this. But the new code depicting the instance of pattern which achieves all the three things shown above in one single pattern. That is O instance of string s and s dot is blank. You can call a single shot where a new variable s is defined in the pattern instance of. This is called the pattern instance of variable. Now, where is this variable valid? Like for example, if object instance of string s return s dot length. So is this s available outside also? Let's check. Let me remove the quotes here and let's see. I get an error here saying that s cannot be resolved. So s is available only when this is true. Object instance of string s is true. Only in that block s is valid. Now let us look at a negation, for example. If not object instance of string s, what happens? So if not object instance of string s, it should not be cast to s, right? So now what will be the case? Will s be available here? Let's check. No, s is not available here. S cannot be resolved. Same thing. So but in the else s is available because object is instance of string s here. So let's see here whether everything works and you get all the content assist that is available because s is resolved to a string. Similarly, even here you get content assist for s dot, you get all the content assist here. So this is related to pattern instance of. So now let's see, Java has provided some cleanup feature related to pattern instance of. Let us go to window preference, cleanup. Let's go to the Java features, and there is a Java 16 pattern matching for instance of. So before, if you do not enable this and the cleanup happens, nothing will, this instance is not touched. This preview, if object instance of integer I is equal, this is the old behavior. Now if you allow it to be cleaned up, then that previous code will get transformed into pattern instance of, and this will replace such instances in your code. This is the way you can apply cleanup for pattern instance of. So now let's go to sealed and non-sealed types. So sealed and non-sealed types have become standard feature in Java 17. What are sealed and non-sealed types? The basic idea behind sealed types is at the compile time, we would like to know what are all the direct subtypes of a sealed type. So you cannot define further subtypes of a sealed type in the runtime. At the compile time, all the subtypes needs to be known. There are some restrictions also. Let's see, for example, I have defined something called public sealed interface I shape, which permits square, circle, and 3D shape. So now what I'm saying is this I shape can only be extended by square, circle, and 3D shape. No other class or interface can extend or implement this. So this is the meaning. And how do I differentiate what are the UI related stuff that are changes that have been made related to sealed? Now we look at it. There is a new decorator available on interface which says it is sealed. You need not go to the code also. You can look at directly here and you can see that on I there is a new S which is added which says that this is a sealed interface. So this is something new that has been added for sealed classes and sealed interfaces. Now, for example, you can have a subclass of sealed, can either subtype of a sealed type can either be final, can either be non-sealed, or can either be sealed. It should be one of the three things. It cannot not have any of these three modifiers. Without these three modifiers, you will get an error. So now, for example, let me look at square. Open the declaration. So now square is a record. Records by default are final, so you did not specify any modifier for them because they are final. So now I have defined that a square which is taking a record component called side, and which is calculating the area, which is overriding the area. Now similarly, I have a circle which similarly takes the radius, which is also a record, and area. Now I have something called a square 3D shape, which implements I shape basically, but then I'm defining this as a sealed class. That means it can allow few classes to extend the same class. Now I'm only permitting cylinder class to extend the 3D shape class. So now let me go to the cylinder class that I have written, and this is a non-sealed class cylinder which extend the 3D shape. Here I have defined something called get surface area. So now I have a simple demo here where I'm creating a circle of radius 7, square of radius 5, a square of side 5, a cylinder which has radius 7 and height 10. Now I'm calling get area on this. I have written a small function where I say if shape instance of 3D shape D, area is D dot get surface area. Else if shape instance of I shape, area is C dot get area. And I print out the value. Let me run this, run as Java application. So you get the area of a circle to be 44, the area of a square to be 25, the surface area of a cylinder to be 748, and if you give something random, by default it is 0, so the area of it is 0. So this is the way it works. Now what are all the support that has been provided for sealed types? Now let me go here and go to 3D shape here and say comma sphere. I have added a new class here, comma sphere. So what will happen here? So I get an error here saying that sphere cannot be resolved to a type, create class sphere. I'll go create the class sphere. Demo.3D shape is the super class for this. Let me finish this. It creates a class sphere, but I get an error on this. So the class sphere was a sealed direct superclass, or needs with a sealed direct superclass or a sealed direct super interface. 3D shape should be declared either final, sealed, or non-sealed. So I get option whether to declare any of these three things. Let me select non-sealed. Then there is no error. So now what happens if I do not have a declaration in 3D shape which allows this, but I have created something here. Let me go to sphere. There is an error thrown which says that the type sphere extending the sealed class 3D shape should be a permitted type. So I get a quick fix here which allows me to declare sphere as a permitted subtype of demo.3D shape. Let me click this and it gets automatically added as a permitted type. So these are the quick fixes that are provided to support creation and addition of sealed or non-sealed types. So now there is one issue related to sealed and non-sealed type. If you look at it, this project that I am using is a non-modular project. Therefore, I have defined everything in the same package. Now let me go ahead and create a new package. Package 1. Let me go ahead and create a new class CLS1. Let me call it final and say it extends 3D shape. So I need to add the import for this. Let me add the import. But I still get an error. Sealed type 3D shape and subtype class 1 in an unknown module should be declared in the same package demo. So you can see that they are not declared in the same package, because of which I am getting this error. So in a non-modular project, all the sealed types and its subtypes, immediate subtypes should be declared in the same package. They are not allowed to be declared in a different package. Now let's see an example of a modular project. Now here I have created a modular project called sealed module. Now here I have a sealed type called I shape, which is sealed, which permits square, circle, and shape class. Now shape class in a different package, package 2. So in a modular project, you can define a subclass for a sealed class in a different package, or subtype for a sealed type in a different package, but in the same module. That is the restriction. So that this is related to sealed types. Now I have one new feature that has been added related to search regarding sealed types. Let me go to search Java. Now let me search for circle. Let me go to match locations and select that only permitted type declarations I want to search for. So this is permitted types are added newly because of sealed types. Let me search. The search value has come here. You look at it in I shape. Circle has been declared as a permitted type, so the search has been successful. Similarly, in the class D also, in the D package, D project also, for I shape, circle has been declared as the permitted type. So you can search like this. This search facility has been provided newly for sealed types, permitted types rather. So let me delete this so that I can remove the error. So now let's go to the last one main feature which I'm talking about, pattern matching for switch. So now, as we had seen in the example for sealed types demo, how did we declare the get area function? If shape instance of 3D shape, area is d dot get surface area. Else if shape instance of I shape, area is c dot get area. Now, how can I make it simpler? So the way to make it simpler with Java 17 is using pattern in switch, pattern matching for switch. Now, how do pattern matching for switch is a preview feature. Remember this. How do I enable previews in Java 17? So for example, I can create a new Java project, which I am taking as Java 17 project. I'll create a project called test1. Let me finish. Let me right click and say configure, enable preview features. So when I say enable preview features, it goes here and it takes you to it enables the preview feature and shows you the preview feature with severity level as set as warning. By default, it is a warning. You can go and change to ignore so that you don't see any messages related to preview features when you are using preview features. Now the same thing has been done here. Let me go to properties for this project, pattern matching demo 5, and you see that preview features have been enabled and ignore is set, value is set. Now let me go to the simple demo. I have created a circle, new circle with 7, new square, which is 7 as the radius, square with radius as with the side as 5, new cylinder with radius as 7 and the height as 10. So now get area function, if you look at it, very simple. You are in case you are using pattern matching in the switch statement, in the switch expression rather here. If you look at it, 3D shape D, you have the pattern matching, there is a pattern instance of variable D which is available inside this, and you can say call D dot get surface area. I shape C, if it is I shape type, then it gets cast to this variable C, and C dot get area is called. Otherwise it goes to default and returns 0. Let me run this, run as Java application. You get the same value here, 44, 25, 748 and 0. So this is the way a simpler pattern matching in switch expression has been done here. Now, what is the advantage here? Like for example, if I move this I shape above, you get an error. What is the reason for the error? This case label is dominated by one of the preceding case labels. Because every 3D shape is of type I shape, it will never come here. So this error is reported immediately here and you can rectify that. Which is not the case in the previous scenario where you are using your if and else statements, where the logic is never compiler never tells you whether the logic that you have written is incorrect or not. So that is one of the advantages here that you see using this. Now let's go to a little more complex demo. So I have here one more demo where I'm using null support also is provided in this pattern matching. So now, for example, I have a foo which takes an object. If it is integer, it prints out integer value. If it is string, it prints out the string value. If it is default, it prints out the object. If it is null, it prints out oops. Let me run this, run as Java application. So for hello world is printed out as string. For integer, 10 is printed out. For object, which is a float, it is 5.6 is printed out. And because of null, oops gets printed out. So that is the case. Now let's go to the little more complex demo. So now we are using guarded patterns. Now, for example, I can add a condition statement which checks over the value, checks over the instance of variable that is there. Now, case integer I and I greater than 10. If in that case, come here. Otherwise, go to the next case where integer I is there. So next, same way, case string s and string load length is greater than 1. Come here. Else, go to the next statement. Check whether it is string type of string s. You can do additional checks on the string value also. By default, you print out the object. So now I here have a basically let's check out first this usage of guarded pattern in switch statement. So I am calling hello world, foo of hello world, foo of h. I am creating a new object of type x, foo 30 and foo of 9. Let me run this, run as Java application. And you see this here, you get string s and then s dot length greater than 1, hello world. That is the value that you get when it is string length is greater than 1. When it is same as 1, only just string h is typed. For an object, demo.x is printed. Integer greater than 10, 30 gets printed. For integer, 9 gets printed. For 9, only integer gets printed. So which is the case here, which we are expecting and the way we have written it. Now, what is the advantage writing it here? So let me see here. Let me remove this. Here it clearly says if you have missed any illegal fall through to a pattern, you get this for every case you need to have an explicit break. Otherwise, you get an error. The reason for that is, for example, here, let me remove the break here. Let me show you. you have a case where it is an integer I, and you print out integer, the integer is the value, and system.out.println I. But this case, next case, you should not go through this because S has no meaning here, and anything calling anything on S is not meaningful. Basically, that's the reason compiler gives an error here. So this support is also provided, and now you can see the same value. You can see the usage of guarded pattern in switch expression. I have made it much more compact using switch expression and enhanced switch statement, enhanced switch expression. Integer I and an I greater than 10 directly return the value. For integer I, int value, a string and s dot length greater than 1, return this value. You get the same output for these. I have used the same values, convert to string, hello world, h new x 39, and you see that I get the same output that I have gotten here. So that is the exact way this works. So you can see that even here, if you go ahead and you change this case to the top, Control X, you get an error here, very clearly saying that this case label is dominated by one of the preceding case labels, because every time integer I is successful, it goes here, it never comes to the next case. So there is a check that is being done whether any case is already handling the scenario that you have and it never reaches this case. That error is reported immediately. So because of which, that is the advantage you get. So now one of the features that are, so these are the new features that are related to pattern matching demo. So now there is one more additional feature related to Java 15 that has been supported in newly in this release. Let me go and show you that window preference. So it is related to cleanup. So in Java 15, for example, you have a multi-line string support. So for example, this is the way you normally used to write multi-line strings before, but in Java 15 you can convert this to a text block by using this cleanup. So automatically the multi-line string gets converted to text block here. So this is the additional support that is provided. So now the support for Java 17 on Eclipse 4.21 release can be installed from the following marketplace entry. You click on it, this will take you to the marketplace entry. So these are the Java 17 support for Eclipse 2021-09. You see the marketplace entry here. This can be installed on top of 4.21. So the examples related to Java 17 support in Eclipse are also available at the following wiki. Here is the link which you can open. You can see a lot of examples where you have examples of positive cases, positive compilations. You have cases for negative compilations. A lot of things have been covered here. You can have a look at them. And then what's new in 4.22 M1 link is provided here. So 4.22 M1 includes support for Java 17 implicitly. You need not go and install anything from marketplace. So Java 17 is out and Eclipse JIT supports Java 17 in 4.22. You can go and have a look at them. So you can please evaluate this session and give your votes based on your feedback. It will be very helpful to us. Thank you. Look at them. So you can please evaluate this session and give your votes based on your feedback. It will be very helpful to us. Thank you. Hi everybody. So you have heard the demo. So a few of the features which have been covered which have been added very newly in M2 and M1 have not been displayed here. One of them is support for creation of adding the new modifiers called sealed and non-sealed in the new class creation wizard and the new interface creation wizard. So you can try them out. They have been added newly and you can provide your feedback. And there is also support for refactor rename of modules in the different kinds of views that are available, which has been added newly. So you can try out these new features. So I'm waiting for any questions. Yeah, I see a question. Is there a runtime overhead when I, instead of typecast a variable to a type that it already has? I do not have a ready answer for this. Maybe Manoj can give a better answer on this. So please try out all the new features that have been added as part of the UI support for the various new features, and provide your feedback by which we can improve the existing support and provide further support for these new features. Currently, there is no support. The question is there refactoring support to refactor to switch with null from old if a is equal to 0 cascades? Currently, there is no such support. Uh, if if it is valid and you feel that it is very useful support, please open a bug. We will look into the adding the support for this. If there is no other question, okay. So the next question is: it possible to use Java 17 features in source code, but then build and deploy it on? If you are using preview features and the new features of Java 17, you cannot build and deploy it on Java 11, and that is the issue that you have. So if there are no other, are there any other questions? Other than that, uh, there are a lot of cleanup features that have been added as part of various support that we are providing for different new Java features. Please explore all the cleanup changes that have been added, cleanup features that have been added, which will help you a lot in adapting to the new Java features. So please try them out, and please provide your feedback. And if you require any further support in any other cleanup feature, please open bugs for the same, which can enhance the product. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you for attending the presentation, and please rate the presentation. Thank you.